Looking to go out in the town and the city of Boston for an affordable price and grab some great food, drinks, and atmosphere in the Seaport District? Well, look no further than newcomer Seaport Social. Seaport Social is a premier and authentic social house that is poised to proudly serve the Boston area for many years to come. Their mission is to provide high-quality food and unique craft beer selection, along with a welcoming atmosphere for all those that wish to witness firsthand what the Boston social spirit is all about. From a top-notch bar, great group seating, to their premier menu including their massive loaded nachos, endless craft beers on tap, and an exquisite espresso martini option, look for manager Jimmy, who will satisfy your needs. A project that has been 4 years in the making is finally here, Seaport Social, which is located at 225 Northern Avenue in the Seaport District in Boston, will officially open its doors for their grand opening December 1st. Get there while you can and tell them Steele Nazz sent you. Eat, drink, social. That's what the Seaport Social does.
Episode 111. Welcome to Steele Nazz, brought to you by Hedgebetter from our headquarters in Braintree, Massachusetts. Tonight we're on a no guest episode. We got Steele right to my side here.
Hello there.
Hello there is right. Got Showtime behind the producer's wheel.
Welcome.
Got myself here. A lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We kind of took a little week hiatus as a couple of people on vacation. I'm just getting back from Disney. Producer Justin just had a great time wherever he went. Costa Rica. There we go.
Right on the board.
Magic Mike, I think, was at Club Alex's for the last 2 weeks. And Anton serving a 2-game suspension for too many Tito's in the studio here.
Yeah, really almost took out the door.
We almost lost our security deposit here. It would have been bad.
Celtics best record in the NBA have had a really promising week. I want to get to the Bucks game as soon as possible. Great Super Bowl matchup between the Chiefs and Eagles. Obviously the Chiefs came away, but we'll talk about what we thought of the game. And the Boston Bruins, losing 4 of their last 5, came into Dallas the other night, was losing the whole game, won in overtime on a great goal by David Pastrnak. So we'll get to that. Little baseball preview, as there was only 4 media members at the Red Sox spring training facility today. So I don't think we need to talk about that too much, considering no one really cares. But
that's hilarious.
Yeah, we'll dive right into it as Boston Celtics, heading into the All-Star break. Record, I think, is like 42-17.
Mm-hmm.
The other night might have almost been, if they held on against the Bucks, their greatest regular season win in the last 10 years. And I'm not even...
Yeah, definitely up there. You'd have to like regular season, you'd have to look, but that's definitely in the running.
But you have
right there.
You're without Tatum, Brown, Horford, and Marcus Smart. All right, let me spin this back. Let's go to the game here. So it was Wednesday night?
Tuesday.
Tuesday night. Giannis was playing, Middleton was playing. They brought him to overtime. We're winning in the whole game. And then these role players who, haven't gotten the critical minutes in time show up.
Hauser, Warrior.
Hauser, that 3
unbelievable
was great. I guess they just scrapped the last play and was just like, I'm going to take this shot. I can't believe they didn't foul him because, they were down 3.
No, horrific shot. Horrific take. Awful basketball, but he drained it.
He drained it.
It was in the air for 10 seconds, too.
Derek White, 27 points. Derek White, the last 25 games is averaging over 20 points. That's all-star material.
Yeah.
He could be an all-star reserve if he, with all season and, with the absence of Marcus Smart, he got more of a role here. Played 43 minutes. And then even the newly acquired Mike Muscala there. Played an all-time career high 44 minutes, 18 points there. So they're all kind of participating there. Blake Griffin started for them.
Played great. Blake Griffin was great.
Yeah, I think the X factor for this team this year is by far Malcolm Brogdon. He's been the 6th man of the year. Came in at 26 points the other night against the Bucks. But it just seems like, you hear Peyton Pritchard, who I love, great player, but wants to go play elsewhere because he knows he's not going to get, minutes because they have a deep rotation this year.
Which is fine. Don't hate on him for that.
No, I'm not hating on him for that, but people are like, oh, why did he get minutes last year and he's not getting this year? It's because you got a guy named Malcolm Brogdon on your team. You got a guy and Sam Hauser who's gotten a lot of minutes this year. And who would you rather? A guy who's, I don't know, what's he 6'10", can probably service the same way Pritchard does and plays better defense. I mean, these guys right here with White, to include Grant Williams here, Malcolm Brogdon, Sam Hauser. I mean, that's 4 guys off the bench already, not including Marcus Smart when he comes back, if he's starting or off the bench. So it just seems like they're a really deep team. I don't think this team should be afraid of Milwaukee, especially with the result the other night. Realize a loss is a loss, but there is a moral victory in that loss.
100%. The only reason I was sad that they lost, frustrated they lost, was just because of the loser fan base of the Bucks who cried because they didn't have Chris Middleton in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was just like the reason we won to them. Like, we didn't have our top 4 and we almost beat you. Like,
exactly.
Like, grow up.
And I do give them a little bit of the doubt of Chris Middleton's a stud. He's an all-star.
Andrew Holiday played the game of his career. I mean, he's a great player.
Drew Holiday's a great player.
Yeah, that was his best game, of his career high points.
He's like their Marcus Smart, but I think he's even better because he's got more of a game offensively. But that's definitely going to be their toughest outcome the playoff time in this Eastern Conference. Based on Joe Mazzulla now credited as the full-time head coach. What's your take on that?
Well, I think that was kind of expected. I think it was just a time thing. I think they came out and said like it was a time thing. We just wanted to get it out of the way. So they weren't like thinking about it during the playoffs. And I mean, I think we all knew Ime wasn't coming back here. That was over.
Yeah,
and I'm fine with it.
I kind of have I love it. I'm very happy for the guy, but I have another take on it, man.
I got one too before you get hot and heavy.
All right, take it.
All right, the only thing is I have to say, like, where he came in and we started off so hot as a team, especially coming through that like type of like scenario and like scandal. We pulled it together in the beginning of the season. When we start off like 10-0 to start the season. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Obviously, they're playing well under this guy. Obviously, he's pulling something out of this team. Like, even if you were originally looking for someone at the time, once you start off with a season like that, you got to keep the culture around and just keep that guy on. Whether or not he is just a face and the team's doing all the shows, like.
Yeah, I have a different.
Did it come out to what they signed him to? I saw they got him an extension.
No, I didn't see the I didn't see the numbers yet. But I'm on a different side of it. As much as I'm happy for the guy, I think he does a tremendous job. Let's wait till after the season, give him the full-time thing. Yeah. I think this team could run it. I'm not going to say run itself, but it could. They could have a schmuck in there and they could still be playing good basketball. I want to see the result of the postseason this year to jump there, because as much as Joe Mazzulla has done good this season, I mean, Ime Udoka brought this team to the NBA Finals when no one thought there. So I think he should at least finish this year before they offered it to him.
Well, I think
they could have waited a little longer.
I think what Brad said was like he wanted to make it so that Joe himself, like during Game 7, didn't think he was like coaching for his job and overthinking it.
Yeah, and
he wanted to have him fucking like, I got this, like it's my team, let's go.
That's a good counter too. I mean, I like that argument as well. Yeah. I'm just saying, to me, as the ceiling 42-17, best team in the NBA first half. That's nice and all, but that's not the goal here. The goal is to get to the second half, secure that number 1 seeding, and I don't even care if they go get 4th or 5th seed if they lose a couple games in regular season. The goal is to win the NBA Finals this year, and anything less isn't. It's a losing season if you don't win the NBA Finals.
Yeah, well, it's Bucks. This Philly's like 3 behind us, right?
Yeah,
3 or 4, something like that.
I don't see a team in the Eastern Conference now with the departure of Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant from the Nets to really have a chance against the Celtics, except for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Shout out Karen Jorgensen for getting Kyrie Irving. They are now 0-3 with those two in the backcourt.
Yeah.
0-3. Just would like to throw that out there for him.
I can't believe he was kind of happy about getting him.
What an idiot.
I just can't. It is a breath of fresh air not having either one of those guys in the Eastern Conference. Because don't get me wrong, if Brooklyn got going and KD came back, that's a team that could definitely, I think, take down the Celtics, take down the Bucks. I think be a threat, but they're gone. So
I mean,
still thinking the Nets can do that. Like, what's wrong with you?
I know.
Come on.
But I'm not gonna lie. As soon as they got KD in last year, if you fucking had any Boston fans say we were sweeping fucking Brooklyn last year, Game 1, you're fucking an idiot.
I'm on record saying that. We can go back to that.
All right, I like that, but that sounded like pure cockiness.
I might have said 5. I might have said 5, but
but what I'm saying is like just off that alone, like that's like coercion level. But I do like how you said take it to the playoffs, kind of see where it like your real test is.
And just like unbiasedly as a fan, KD to the Suns is sick.
Yeah,
That team's
it is
awesome.
pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, I'm a Suns fan.
Yeah, no, that team's unreal.
You
That's
got
a very
D-Book, you got Chris
Yeah,
Paul, you
Ayton.
got DeAndre Ayton.
kind of anti Chris Paul, but I like the rest
Are
of them.
those the best jerseys in the NBA?
Great turnaround over there. Great turnaround over there.
Phoenix,
They
great place
switched
to
it up, looked
live
great.
around this year. I mean, when it gets to the summer months, you want to get the hell out of there. But right now, great living.
Side note, Phoenix talk. Did anyone hit a hole in one at that like waste management thing? I didn't see any of it.
I think Ricky followed it.
Oh,
Did he?
he hauled out.
He hold out.
Yeah, it was hauled
Okay, it might have been a different tournament anyway.
I did see that.
Because I know I didn't see any of the videos of the place going like berserk
Yeah,
when
no.
they get a fucking.
Wait, also, by the way, when the guy took his shirt off, he didn't make a hole in one. That was just a putt.
Oh, disgusting.
Did you see the
Act like you've been there
Like,
before.
he went on the green and they were like, take your shirt off. And he told this guy, I just saw an interview. He goes, if I make it, I'll take my shirt off. And he like literally just like hits it and just lifts his shirt off.
You
a
gotta-
little bit.
You got to
Yeah,
do it at
got
that point. You got to do it at that point.
Did he have a gut? Who hit it?
I forget who it was. Yeah,
Was
they
it
both
John
had
Rahm?
guts. Like,
Yeah.
no, one guy like pulled the shirt kinda. Then they shot. That's when they were like throwing the beer cans and shit. And then the other guy who was playing with fully took his shirt off. And then like he's like, yeah, I was kind of in the moment. Then you get yelled at by the PGA. He's like, you probably shouldn't take your shirt off on a golf course. And I get that.
Yeah.
He's
That
like,
tournament's
yeah,
got to
that's
be
fair-
so
that's
fun,
fair.
like for the golfers, as much as it's fun for like the people in the stands.
Oh, yeah,
because
'cause
that's
it's-
like it's not the same. It's
Obviously,
like,
there's money on the table, but it's not like a major or anything where like
yeah,
if you suck, then like whatever. I think it's just a good experience. It's one of the first tournaments of the year.
yeah. Like you shouldn't break a club at that
Yeah.
tournament.
Not
if
to
you're a
go all
golfer.
scramble
About having fun.
podcasts on
Yeah.
us, but
Super
yeah.
Bowl weekend. It's all down there and shit. you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh yeah, that
Right.
just happened to be the same weekend.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Back on the Celtics, Jason Tatum is looking like a top 5 player in the NBA. Jaylen Brown, when he's been healthy, has been proven that he's an all-star in this league. And then you have all these, role players knowing when to do their job. And Al Horford, Marcus Smart, Derek White, Malcolm Brogdon, Sam Hauser, you name it. They have at least they're like pretty deep, 10 deep. We know the Milwaukee Bucks are going to be right there, either first or second in the Eastern Conference. But still, who do you think is the biggest threat to both of those teams?
The biggest threat to both of them, I mean, at this point, it kind of has to be the Heat.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy Butler, that's a team that's been there before. Like they're going to go through the regular season, not be a big deal. You're not going to think
Yeah,
about
they're
it. But once
They were one shot away from locking.
They're
Exactly.
sitting in the
But
7th
once-
spot right now.
But once they get there, you can like it's kind of the way like people were worried about the Nets last year. Like I think that's a team like Spoelstra's a great coach that's been there before. Like I think because who's in front of them? You got Cleveland, who is a good team, but you should be worried about them like next year. Or
yeah,
something. I
Philly,
don't think
the Knicks,
Philly, but
Nets are still there, but they lost people. Yeah.
the Nets, that's a fake spot.
Yeah.
Like that's not real.
Well, you said the team that I think I would be wary of because I know Philly's pretenders. Joel Embiid's one of the best big men in the if not the best big man in the NBA. I think. But they just don't have a full team. I don't believe James Harden in the playoffs. I think a team to look out for, who's kind of that dark horse team that you're talking about, Miami was in the past couple of years, the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think Donovan Mitchell has been there, done that, proven, even though he was on the
they're a
Jazz.
good team.
He's good. Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen's big center there.
Like I just think they're a year early for their
Yeah,
real
isn't
time.
that crazy?
coming.
They're about to buy. He must not be having a good season, Kevin Love. They're about to buy him out.
I don't. Has he had a good year in the past like 5?
Is he still playing?
He might have been
Yeah.
averaging at least
Yeah.
like 15. It says that he's only averaging like 8.5, so he's probably barely playing.
Yeah, if you told me he didn't play a game this year, I'd believe you.
I thought he quit like 6 years ago, dude.
Yeah.
But they said he's supposed to get like drawn by like maybe the Heat and like the buyout market, so maybe like a New Jersey
That
will
could be a
spark
big
him.
move. Yeah, that could be a good move.
Yeah. On the other end, it kind of makes it interesting because Eastern Conference was going into the season, the top dogs. You really didn't get anyone besides Golden State. You could throw the Suns in there even before KD, and then Memphis with John Morant. But now you have Denver leading the way. You got the Suns with KD should be the favorites to get out of the West there. And the teams like the Clippers, Golden State will always be there, and Dallas with Kyrie. We'll see how that goes. And then everyone keeps. I don't even want to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers too much.
No.
They gave them way too much screen time, but they're sitting like 13th place. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I think. I love that the Grizzlies are up there. That good. They're a great
Yeah.
team to watch. A lot of grit on that.
You know who else there too? The Sacramento Kings, the 3 seed.
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, they've been very quietly rising up on the ranks.
Yeah, the 3 seed to the 10 seed is separated by like 3.5 games. Not nuts.
That's wild.
So I mean, I think they'll end up fading, but good DeAndre
Yeah.
Fox. That's a good team.
And Denver's first, right?
Denver's first. Yeah.
Jokic is a god tier player, but they're frauds.
Frauds.
Like they're the 70s. They're less annoying than the 76ers, but they're the Western Conference 76ers.
They're frauds.
Yeah.
I can't believe. I don't think besides the Celtics game, I've ever really watched Nikola Jokic play basketball. He's a 2-time MVP, right?
Yeah. Potentially third.
He sucks
I
to
can't
watch as
believe-
a basketball player.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's a 2-time MVP. I can't believe that.
No, dude, he's honestly if you watch him and you study him, it's so annoying to watch because he's cooking on the court, spinning, going
Yeah. No
pulling
look
back,
passes
but
and shit. Yeah.
because he's so tall, it's done in 4 steps. So it seems like it's slow motion and no one can.
I'm
see
not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say it's boring basketball,
No,
but
it is.
it's not sexy.
He's
No,
also
it's not.
he's
It's like Tim Duncan mixed with I don't even know.
he does the Giannis thing too, where you kind of think he's off, and then they show the line, and
Yeah,
he's
exactly,
26,
yeah.
11, and 11. It's
Yeah, he's
But
having a quiet
it's like
game.
where the fuck
yeah,
did he do that?
yeah.
What the hell?
He's a quiet game. I haven't seen much of him today. He's dude, he has 20 points,
Yeah,
15
he's
rebounds.
demolishing it,
Yeah.
He's got every board this quarter.
Yeah. He somehow has 30 assists.
Yeah, it's fuck.
Also everyone else is scoring off him.
So I think NBA All-Star weekends this weekend. Jason Tatum's in the 3-point contest. Probably has a good chance.
Yeah.
I think the dunk contest I think is going to go away pretty soon. They have 4 complete no names, and at this point, in the stage of the dunk contest, what haven't we seen before?
Dunks have just been done. It's
After
reality.
the Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine
Yeah.
debacle, the credibility of those judges. I know it's
The
Shaq.
last great dunk
I
contest.
know it's Shaq and Kenny the Jet, but no credibility there.
There needs to be a year where they just get the boys to be in the dunk contest. All the stars.
No, they should have it at Rucker Park and
Yeah.
just go fucking crazy.
Yo, that would be nasty.
Yeah, just get the team out there.
Because that
and see what
also
goes.
builds a community too.
Yeah.
They don't want that.
All-Star games in Salt Lake City, Utah. Probably a 6 spot.
Mormon.
But guess how much the cheapest ticket is to go to the All-Star game on Sunday? Cheapest ticket.
$3,000.
2,500.
Oh no, you guys are nuts.
I know.
It's $460, but that seems so much
no,
money.
but still,
It's an All-Star game that doesn't even count.
Not going regardless.
I would not go. No.
I'm not gonna watch 1 second of it. Literally don't care.
Speaking of what we all watched this past Sunday, Super Bowl 52, right?
Let's
Oh
talk
no, we're at
about it.
57, I think.
Let's talk.
We're
about
up
it.
there.
Is it?
Yeah, 52.
50? Yeah, I think we won 52.
Oh, 57?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll give you that. Yeah, 57. I'm sorry, these numerical things I just don't get.
Roman numerals.
Yeah,
Stay in school, kids.
So the Chiefs, took
Numbers, the letters.
Yeah,
dude, what the
hate them.
fuck's going
Hate
on?
them. Yeah.
Chiefs
I'm a Rome fan.
carried away with their second Super Bowl in 4 or 5 years, whatever it was,
Yeah,
over the Eagles. One of the I think better Super Bowls we've seen.
Was a great game.
I
Unobjectively
was shooting
speaking.
under the whole time, and I think after the first 2 possession from each team, I'm like, wow, this is gonna go over for the Bucks. MVP of the game, Pat Mahomes. I mean, that's as expected. I think no matter what team won, the quarterback of that team was going to win the Super Bowl MVP. But my take on that was Philly let this team in the entire game. Philly let them hang around. They were winning the entire game, going to halftime, up 10 with Pat Mahomes hurt. Thank God for Rihanna's 45-minute performance there,
Yeah.
which kind of gave him time to shoot him up. But they came back. The Chiefs answered the bell. What was your thoughts on the game, Steele?
It just one fucking mistake. Jalen Hurts was a god that entire
Yo,
game.
he-
Played the
he
game
looked
was
so
he was
good, dude.
unbelievable. And that one fumble that got taken to the house it changed everything.
Did you see the other one too that Miles Sanders caught and the same guy took it back?
Yeah,
And then they called it. I'm like, dude, what if he took it back? Would he have gotten MVP? 2 touchdowns defensively?
probably.
That'd
Yeah.
been nuts.
He should have anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So obviously the big controversial thing is the holding call on Juju Smith-Schuster from James Bradbury there. What did you think of the call?
Terrible.
Yeah,
You don't call that there.
I thought it was a tough way to solve a game because obviously once they got that first down, all they had to do was knee it and give Jarrett
yeah, that ended the game.
end of the game. Was it a holding call?
Oh yeah, sure, but like,
Yeah.
dude, you watch fucking like, dude, Game 7 Stanley Cup Finals. You hit a guy with a little elbow. It's not getting
even
called.
that, dude. You could call a fucking holding call for every single play on the lineman.
Yeah.
You could call a pass interference on every. No defensive player is supposed to touch an offensive player after 5 yards after the snap, and they do it every single fucking down.
There were 15 worse holding calls in that game. Like, I don't have specific plays, but just saying throughout a
I was gonna
football
say,
game,
on
like,
that
they
play,
were way worse. Yeah,
on
like,
that play,
they're,
if
like,
you look around, there's probably
I
worse
got it
holding calls.
explained to me metaphorically the other day, and it was spot on. It's like when you get pulled over going 27 and a 25. It's like that's that
Yeah.
call.
Yeah,
Joke,
I
yeah.
love that.
That's what happened.
I'd even call it 26.
26.
Yeah, 26. Yeah, disgusting.
I just think if that play didn't happen, like if that penalty didn't happen, we're talking about probably one of the best Super Bowls of all time in terms of, back and forth with each other. One best quarterback in the game goes down, comes right back. Just seemed like, Tyreek Hill, the absence of him going to another team this year seemed not to be, a problem for this team. They pass it all around. Kelsey had 6 receptions. Smith-Schuster 7. Bunch of guys. Kadarius Toney made a
Huge
touchdown.
punt
Made a
return.
huge punt return to set them up for that game-winning score. Had the Eagles teaser +6 and over 45.5. So nailed that. Cashed out there. Travis Kelce scored in the first quarter. That was my anytime touchdown pick for Steele Nazz. You're welcome. Steele, what was your
Blue
the
Gatorade, it was
is
purple, I believe. Yeah,
That's close, man. That's almost a
yeah,
push.
almost got it. Almost got
I
it.
think it was like +1,000. Like if
Yeah,
you put,
purple was low because I
I
don't
think it was
think
plus 750.
I don't think purple's been it for a while.
yeah, wild.
If
I'm
ever.
pretty sure red Gatorade hasn't ever been the color.
One of these days.
No, imagine that though.
That's
like,
kind of wild.
what was
'cause
the
that's like
favorite-
that's
That's like one of the most common
yeah,
colors
that's
out
one,
there.
that's one of the OGs. Yeah.
what like the favorite like lemon lime like +100. What if you just put like $1,000 on that and lose like because you bet the favorite of the Gatorade? Like,
Yeah, that's
it's a
tough.
tough
Yeah,
look. It's a
that's
tough
tough.
look.
Well,
Yeah.
not only that, it's because like a lot of people bet that too, and the number swung from like 450 to +150 because in a Barstool interview, the guy said that like it got scripted. Oh no, he said that on the sideline, big jugs. He's like, they're all yellow. He's like, I don't know why they're like all yellow. He's like, yeah, we like orange and shit, but it's like usually clear with the thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, the big ones are all yellow. That's why the numbers swung the night
Do you
before.
think it's like team based? Like do the Kansas City Chiefs
That's
like
essentially
purple
what they were
Gatorade?
saying. So
I
it
think
was
that's-
Big Cat and PFC, and they
yeah.
were like, "Yo, like, what do you guys drink on the side?" They were kind of like pulling at him, and, like trying to be fun,
Yeah.
like playing on like the thing, and he like kind of didn't understand, but he was
Yeah.
serious. Like, no, all of our Gatorade's white that has electrolytes in it, and then so like they probably like as a team, like too, like you're on the team, like I know guys aren't supposed to sports gamble, but he's like, dude. Tell everyone to know we're putting fucking purple in it. Tell
Yeah.
everyone to go make a couple
So
bucks. It's a harmless bet. If we win, we should have the opportunity to make that bet
It's
for our
called-
families. You know what I mean?
It's called insider trading, Craig.
Yeah,
People go to
and
jail
hey,
for it.
Hey, it happens all the time.
Yeah, it happened on Wall
Happens
Street
all
today.
the-
Happened
yeah,
on
yeah.
Wall Street
Yeah,
today.
and who batted an eye? Fucking no one. Not to make their fucking money.
Back on the game, actually, the one bet I lost was Miles Sanders anytime TD. It was so weird because Kenneth Gainwell like scored and then didn't. Boston Scott got a couple reps, but it was all Jalen Hurts all the time. He did everything for this team from passing. He 15 carries for 70 yards, 3 tutties,
Matty Forbes had Gainwell first TD.
which was great. It got called back.
Yeah,
Unreal.
called back.
He said that in the
Wait,
chat. And I said
touchback?
good.
No, the
No.
first touchdown that got called back, and then
Oh.
Jalen Hurts just ran it in like Matty Forbes
And
had
Ka-
Gainwell.
it had to be like a 1,500. Like it was
Yeah.
that. He's like the third running back.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
But also, I forget what we were talking. Keep going. Sorry. I had something
But
to
if it
say.
wasn't for Pat Mahomes
Oh,
being
okay.
being the quarterback on the Super Bowl winning team, you almost want to say Jalen Hurts might deserve to win the Super Bowl MVP as a loser.
it was close. I mean, that
Yeah.
was definitely
yeah.
like that like can't happen obviously,
can't.
but like that was definitely one of the closer ones for that 100%.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he played the game of his life. He gave it a
He
all.
was on. I mean, if you're a Philly fan, I know there's no moral victories when you lose the Super Bowl, man. But
It's dark.
like
You should have a good feeling
you
about
have-
Jalen Hurts.
you have something number one, man, and you have a bunch of these receivers coming back, and Devonta Smith, AJ Brown just signed for a good deal. It seems like this team will be back,
And what a thing they got with that fucking QB sneak they do, man.
dude.
That O line, that is an absolute
They
cheat
just
code.
go under the ground.
Go right to their knees and fucking
Yeah.
just move it.
It's move.
It's incredible.
It's not. I don't think it's ever been stopped.
No, and one of the guys, I think it was like Frank Clark, like he jumped it. It was a penalty, and he still
he
like
jumped
didn't
over.
stop it.
Yeah.
Like he still didn't fucking like it didn't work.
So like what for me the X factor was I mean, the X factor I think was the offensive line for the Kansas City Chiefs. They didn't allow a sack, so Pat Mahomes was able to cook the
Yeah.
entire game. I think that's the bottom line. How they came back, how they were able to, couple three and
no
outs.
sacks is crazy.
The Chiefs defense didn't play as well as they probably should have.
No, but tough offense. Good
but
offense.
you know what,
AJ Brown had a
They
game. He looked
made
great
them
too.
punt in the second half when you could have, and you put the ball in 15's hands, and usually good things happen when that occurs. So hats out to Kansas City. They're kind of looking like they're on their way to becoming, what the Patriots were of the 2010s.
Joe Burrow will be back next
So
year.
we'll see. Yeah, that's an interesting narrative too. Will the Bills be back? I think the Bills are all like dead.
The Bills are definitely they probably went into this year too behind the Chiefs. They are definitely third,
Three.
maybe fourth.
They're definitely
yeah.
three.
As much as I hate to admit it, the NFL is looking tasty to watch for the next couple of years.
It is. No, a lot of young good quarterbacks in
they're
there.
thinking about just those matchups. Even when we just had Joe Burrow versus Josh Allen, those matchup games, those are mini Super Bowls throughout the season.
Yeah, I think the
essentially.
average age of quarterback in the playoffs this year was 27.
Yeah, the Georgia quarterback.
I think Mahomes was the oldest.
The Georgia quarterback is older than the
Yeah.
quarterbacks in the fucking NCF fucking champion.
Oh, there was a good tidbit here. So the bar I was watching the game in, I was down in Disney with friends on a trip, and there was a bunch, there was full of Eagles fans,
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
and they were going they were saying EAGLES. But after the field goal to put them up 6, they did the whole thing where you thought they'd score a touchdown. That's when I knew. I'm the Chiefs are winning this game. They just went nuts over a field goal, and you're only up 6. I was like, all right, this game's over.
yeah.
And they all walked out in disgust, which was kind of rewarding, but
I feel that.
I don't know, man. I don't like Philly. You started to like Kansas City a little bit more as a Patriots fan because I don't know, man.
I can't support them.
That's the cocksucker Florida State Bama fan in you, dude. You loser.
No.
Oh wait, they're good now. I'm gonna jump on that
They're not-
bandwagon
they're
too.
not my
Yeah,
favorite
oh,
team.
they are. Yeah, wait till next year. You
No, but
loser.
Pat Mahomes is something else, man.
Disgusting.
Yeah, real recognized real. The greatness of 15.
Can't wait till next
Great
year
to
when we
see.
do the college football preview, and he's the biggest Georgia fan on the face of the earth.
No, I mean Georgia was good this year. Alabama's gonna be back though.
Yeah, we'll see.
Damn right they'll be
When
back.
you got one more year in you before you switch.
Probably. We'll see. If Hendon Hooker stays, we're Tennessee people next year.
Fair.
I don't think he's staying. Though.
I don't think he is. It's saw a thing mock draft. Patriots taking him.
That would be fun.
That'd be nuts.
And-
Kind of down.
And then you sign Josh Dobbs to your practice squad. Oh wow.
Naturally, Tennessee.
Then I'm a
Quarterback.
Tennessee fan.
Go
then I'm
Vols.
on.
Yeah, go Vols.
Then I'm on. The best team in the NHL lost 4 of the last 5 before a big win last night. I mean, the other night was up Wednesday, whatever. Dallas 3-2 win, OT. Good to see them bounce back. 48-5. I think they're good. They're still 12 points ahead of Maple Leafs with 2 games in hand.
Mhm.
Is that good? I think that's pretty good.
Decent.
Going to this game last night, it was more of a must-have, and Dallas is one of the best teams in the West at a
Best record in the West.
got 71 points, pretty damn good. They go down 2-1. Pavel Zacha. How about Pavel Zacha? By the way, he 12 goals for this team. Has been a real step up on third line, and then Pasternak, who they're a guy who they better fucking sign. Who we're starting to get more and more as it's gonna happen. Pulls the trigger, great pass from Charlie McAvoy to end things.
Every time Zaka scores, it's like a barred down ping fucking snipe. It's incredible.
If you look at the books too, every game,
it's nuts.
every Bruins game, he's like plus 300 to score a goal, and I don't know how many games has there been, 50. He scored in 12 of them. You're making out 3-1, 12 of the 50.
yeah.
It's pretty good fucking numbers there.
Yeah, think about it, people.
I might rip that next game, Adam. But you should have been early on these
Game-
types
game-
of fucking
You got 5
analytical
minutes. You
stats.
got 5 minutes.
Game
Throw it
starts
on
in
right
5
now.
minutes.
Throw it on right now. Wait. All right. Get back to me. Get back. to me.
Yeah. Log in.
The Bruins are playing the
Nashville Predators. What does your jacket say?
Predators tonight. Nashville.
Ew.
Hey,
Ew.
it's a great sweatshirt though. It's a great sweatshirt. Can't even deny it.
Preds money. line?
Tough loss to Washington. Tough loss to Carolina. but they kind of have an easier road coming up. They got Nashville on the road. Then they're at home for the Islanders in Ottawa. They go out on the West Coast trip where, Seattle's been a pretty good team. Then you got teams that are struggling this year in Vancouver. Edmonton
Got
is
Edmonton twice. I
good
believe.
offensive team, but they're not really a complete team. Same with Calgary. And then Buffalo. Yeah. So it seems like they have some winnable games coming up in their next 10 where, they did really well in their West Coast trip last time. But, the more you go out west, the more you kind of see this lower talent level of skill out there. And the teams are coming up from up north, up in the Northeast. The Bruins just got to keep doing what they're doing. I think I need to see a little bit better play out of Jeremy Swayman. I think Linus Ullmark has his number. But I think just every time Swayman's come in, it's just been – a loose goal there, and I think overall just got to continue to see the consistency out of this team. What do you think, Steele?
I think one of the best in the past couple games was in overtime and in the third period when it was like 5-on-3. That team did an amazing job of holding them all back. I mean, Olmark was great in that, had a bunch of stops. I mean, Jason Robinson's there. He's got like 34 goals. They were just like feeding it to him. He scored once. And they were just all over the place. They had a few attempts shorthanded on it. And then finally it got back. Bang, bang, McAvoy. Started by Pavel Zacha. He started it. Got it to McAvoy and then falling down. Pasta ripped it. It was incredible.
Now, do you think, because I think their top three lines are dominant.
Yeah.
Boom. Fourth line, doing its job there. Their goaltending, two of the top guys, at least duos in the league. Then you look at their defense with, Lindholm, McAvoy leading the way. But then you kind of have a couple question marks. Connor Clifton, Brandon Carlo, even Matt Grzelcyk, who has played kind of a short game the past couple of years. I think that's when they need to improve here if they can at the trade deadline.
If you can, do it. But there's no... I don't think like a massive move needs to be made.
I'm not looking for like Patrick Kane forward.
Yeah, like what they did last year, like getting Lindholm. Like we don't need to do that again. Get a level of that player. Like we need like a third line defenseman or something.
Oh, agreed.
Like, you
and
can just like pick something up. Who's that guy from the Blues they're talking about? It's getting like Barbashev or something.
Barbashev.
Like he's a grinder and he's a playoff guy. Like I think he'd be a good pickup, and I don't think we'd have to give up fucking too much for him.
There's another guy too, Arizona. What's his name?
Chychrun?
Yeah, Chychrun. I think that he'd be pretty good too.
He is the like Jimmy Butler of the Bruins. Like this is like year 4 of us getting that guy at the trade deadline.
He's 24 years old from Florida. 7 goals, 21 assists. That's pretty damn
a good player. He's
pretty damn good for a defenseman.
Yeah, and he's on an absolute shit team.
Yeah. So looking for one of that's the thing with the trade deadline. You could be like, even in baseball, you could be like, we kind of need like Shohei Ohtani because like he's on the last year of his deal, and then it's like hockey where it's like, okay, we need this guy because he's making like this much or that much.
Yeah,
it's so like random. These guys who are playing for low market teams who you never even heard about, and then you're kind of like, all right, like this guy's pretty good.
We do usually make a move at the trade deadline though, so we will probably do something.
Can I get a quick interjection before this game starts?
Do it.
Respectfully.
It's over 5.5 goals, but it's minus 120 over, plus 100 under. I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like they know this is going to be a laser show.
Over Nashville, dude, those people get it going.
Yeah, place is sick.
They're gonna,
right.
Final
The
score.
bets are in.
Final score is 7-1. Nashville sucks this year. 25-20.
Yeah,
not awful.
Oh my god, I fucked up. I did risk instead of to win.
Ah,
No, I did to win
okay.
instead of risk. I did a little.
All right, at least you got it in.
But I did the bet. Goal by Pavel anytime
Go Pavel.
over 5.5.
That's
Go
right.
Bees.
It's just crazy to me though when you look at the NHL. Like talking about in the basketball terms, who's the biggest threat to the Celtics? It's Milwaukee. Then it's kind of like who anybody else, like everybody else. And the Bruins wise, it's Maple Leafs, Lightning, Hurricanes, Devils having a good year. The Rangers are good. Penguins and Capitals have 2 of the best players of our generation. Like
Carolina's the only team I fear.
you think
That's the only team I'm worried
they've
about.
just kinda have the number.
Who are you scared with in Carolina?
Their first line has just battered our first line, which is incredibly hard to do.
Yeah.
But they did it all of last. That's why we did beat them on the road in the playoffs last year. Their first line was out every time our first line was out. They
just
worked them.
Yeah, just bullied us.
if I'm the Maple Leafs, I'd be so afraid of the Lightning because they got them last year. They're gonna get them again, unless we catapult.
The Lightning don't scare me. Vasilevsky scares me a bit because he's
Yeah,
just
no,
that
I
good.
think the
The
Lightning.
rest of the team is like I think we've passed them as a full roster slightly. Like it's close. They're good.
Yeah.
But Vasilevsky, I mean, he's an all-time great goalie, and that gets you somewhere. in the
Definitely
playoffs.
afraid of the Lightning more than the Maple Leafs.
I do not. Yeah, I'm not
unless
afraid
we
of the Leafs
have
at
a
all.
complete lose the rest of the games. We're not playing the Maple Leafs in the first round. The Maple Leafs have not made it past the first round since.
Like
like-
2000.
Yeah, like even earlier. I thought it was like 93.
It might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I think it's like 2000. It's 94 is when like they won like Canada won a Stanley Cup. Any of the Canadian teams.
Wow. No, yeah, and then Pittsburgh. That's what I mean. If you get the number 1 seed, you're gonna play Pittsburgh or the Capitals if the season ended today. And both those teams are pretty damn good. I mean, the Capitals beat you last week. Pittsburgh has always been pretty good with Malkin and Crosby and all those guys.
We've usually like the Bruins themselves. We've had better luck versus Pittsburgh. I feel like than the Caps, because there was that stretch where the Caps beat us like 15 out of like 17 games or something. I know that's long gone. They don't have Holtby anymore, but like they've had our number. Like I feel like we've had Pittsburgh's number, especially in the playoffs most years.
Let's say this: who's been your favorite player on the Bees this year? Not 88, 63, or 37.
I mean, it's Olmark or Zaka.
Yeah, Omar Zaka. That's pretty good
That's
there.
pretty much it. Lindholm's been a fucking stud.
Yeah, Lindholm's been good. Another shout out to who've kind of pulled a 180. He hasn't played in a handful of games since the Winter Classic. Jake DeBrusk's played.
I think he comes
was
back
really
next
good.
week. I think that's what they were
Yeah,
saying.
it's 16 goals, 14 assists in 36 games.
Gotta love
I
it.
mean, so I think that he'll give them a boost when he comes back. I think they're kind of missing him. You seem that their play gets a little bit different when he's not out there. So
Felt so bad for him when they showed it because like he broke his leg at the Winter Classic, so he had to like walk down the stairs of like Fenway.
yeah,
Like
that-
fuck,
that's awful.
because like it's a ramp at like the Garden, but like Fenway, like you gotta like the locker room's not like there.
Yeah. You're like more in the public eye.
Yeah, like you gotta walk down everywhere. You gotta go down a few flights. like-
You're like basically on like a runway.
yeah. You're not
catwalk.
supposed to be on skates, dude.
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
baseball field.
Yeah. You're freaking out.
Yeah, so hopefully hopefully they beat Nashville 7-1 tonight. Can help Craig win the bet.
We need Pavel.
Did you take Zaka anytime goal?
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
I like
Pavel
that.
Zacha. 300. I bet throw out some units. I bet 3 units because I'm a $10 unit kind of guy. No unit shaming here. Remember that. All this listeners. 10. So I put $30 and win 90, and then I put $40 to win 32.
Yeah, we got the books coming
Yeah.
right around
Next
March Madness time.
What's the date?
I don't think there's an exact date. It's like they said March.
Better be March 3rd so I can put the house on John Jones.
That'd be sick.
House.
Wait, is that when
House.
he's fighting?
The 4th is the fight, or the 5th, whatever that Saturday is.
Yo, literally bet the fucking house. That's actually like, even when they say Floyd Mayweather, I'm like, Floyd Mayweather is like maybe a scumbag and would like
That person.
fix a fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like knowing like how much like it was like minus 10,000. I was like, he'll just take a fall just to like have Vegas pay him out. John Jones will never lose a fight to the day he loses his life versus anyone.
Yeah.
Like
all-out war.
the end of his life is gonna be like crazy. I feel like.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
the-
he's like. It's
The
not,
wo-
I'm not even the person that likes to call people crazy.
You're crazy, man.
No, I'm crazy. I can say that.
Yeah.
But John Jones is actually crazy.
Oh yeah, that guy's nuts.
Guys are nuts.
And he's also on top of that, then the most aggressive and like powerful and best.
No, and like the
striking
best UFC fighter ever.
best and then like actual ability. It's
John
fucking
John
crazy.
Jones and Charlie Sheen stuck in a room. They're not allowed to like hit each other.
No,
who
dude.
gets out? Who gets out?
Dude, I want to get in, dude.
Yeah, I'm not trying to leave.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't want anyone to die, dude. I want them to live forever. Wake up.
Transit. I want to give a big shout out before I forget. XFL starts this weekend.
Let's go, Andrew.
Orlando Guardians on the road against the Houston Roughnecks. Saturday night football on ESPN. Andrew Jamil, the Stonehill Skyhawk,
Friend of the pod.
friend of the pod. Big good luck to you, man. We can't wait to watch. Get your popcorn ready for number 18 there.
Touchdown first play.
I hope.
Yo, he like
Why
He
not
could-
us?
I think
Why not him?
He's gonna be a big prop this season if XFL is like able to be bet. Have you guys seen it on your books yet?
No, I haven't taken a look yet. To be fair,
that needs to be revisited this week.
If Anton was here, we would already have that answer.
Oh yeah, he'd be all over it. I
Yeah,
mean,
he'd
I'm
have,
sure
like,
you can bet it
futures
somewhere,
bets
but
for
I'm
fucking-
asking if you guys specifically were
nothing.
able to see it.
yeah, get Anton on the phone. I want his like MVP
Yeah, can we
bet.
call Anton real quick?
I don't want to at all.
Just a quick touch.
He's suspended.
Yeah, no,
He's
but
suspended.
Whatever.
I just want to see if he has the line.
Getting into a little baseball talk. So he started with the Red Sox open spring training practice like the other day.
Yeah,
There
it's
were
the truck day.
Yeah, there were 4 media members credentialed when there's usually like 15. So clearly no one really gives a shit about the Red Sox. On other notes, there's new rules being put in place. There's bigger bases. The shift, you can't do that anymore. You got to stay on your own side. And the 15-second pitch count clock rule.
Yeah, that's kind of intense. That's pretty quick.
I kind of like all of them.
That's a quick, like, and I
What's the-
get the
what's the
pitch
shift
clock.
one?
There should be a pitch clock.
So if
But 15 seconds
if
is
you're
pretty quick.
third or
Yeah, I like
short,
that.
you can't go on the right side. If you're first or second, you can't go on the left. So like you can't go past second base.
Oh, okay.
So they're basically eliminating the shift, which I like. It's gonna help hitters like who are bad low in the eye. It's gonna create more hits, which I like.
As a Yankees fan, I am extremely pro getting rid of the shift. All the lefty hitters on my team just like get shifted.
You know how
and
many
just
more
hit.
hits Big Poppy would have had if they
Oh yeah, dude.
Ryan
Yeah,
Howard?
dude.
You think of it. These
Aaron Hicks
Oh.
might get a hit. Might get one.
Joey Gallo won't get a hit. Though.
No, he's still. You got to actually make contact, which he
Yeah.
can't do.
I like the bait. I was having a conversation with someone the other day. The big bases. Now that's for like helping the stealing game, right? Or is it for like just comfort?
I think it was like comfort, and I think it's like, aren't they like doing like 2 at first, like almost like softball?
Slow pitch?
Yeah,
That'd be
like
sick.
almost.
I
I,
don't
think
think
that's
so.
something. No,
I don't think so.
I saw one that made it look way more extreme, and ended up being like the camera angle.
The
of
bases
the
are
picture.
huge. The bases are huge though.
Yo, they are bigger, but the camera angle of this, it looked like it was like 15 times or something. Like it was like
it's like a large pizza box
Yeah.
to a small pizza box.
Yeah.
That's the way I kind of look at it. I like it because that's the only thing I can think of. You can swipe bags easier, or just more comfortability and people not like hurting.
Yeah,
when you
not
run
getting
down first
clipped,
base line. The third one, the 15 seconds one, I kind of like that. Speeds up the game. That's what the game needs.
no, it's right.
uh,
It's just that's quick.
Yeah,
Like 15.
I
like-
just wonder how like strict they're gonna get. Is it gonna be like a basketball shot clock, or is it just gonna be like, all right, here we go?
It should be like like if you're like the guy should not be sitting
If
there
you're
and,
like
like
six-
fucking like
Yeah, if you're like 16, like, is it gonna be cool?
yeah, like
That's
yeah,
what I'm kind of like. I don't know.
and it should be like if you should have
I don't know. Wait.
like 15 seconds, but a grace of like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so like what we're gonna miss all those like moments where it's like those big time moments, like staring down.
Yeah,
the
like you
hitter,
gotta breathe a little. Like you can't be like you can't like 15 seconds and be like
That
done.
would be
I think
so
that's
nuts if it
ridiculous.
was like the heat of the moment of like a World Series game, like the stare down to Craig's point, and then you just fucking call it.
That would be.
What's that gonna be, a balk?
It's got to be a. That's
it's a
the only
balk?
thing you
Yeah,
could do.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know that, but I can only imagine that's like what it's got to be, right?
Yeah, think so.
You can't do like anything else. Like
The only thing is the batter could have respect if it got close to like literally
call
step
time?
off. Yeah. So that's like a double respect thing there.
one day, a batter in like a playoff game is gonna be like he was over 15 seconds, and that guy is gonna become one of the biggest losers in my mind ever.
That's a great call there.
That guy, he's going to be like, I struck out. He was like, the guy took 16 seconds. And I'm
Yeah.
going to be like, you are an absolute loser.
Oh boy. Yankees picture goes down. Heard about
Frankie Montas,
Yeah.
yes. Smell ya.
that? Smell ya? Gone
He
for the
barely
season?
even played if possible.
Okay.
Shoulder surgery.
On the Red Sox front, Kiki Hernandez looks like he's going to be the opening day shortstop. We'll see how that goes.
In typical fashion, yearly routine almost, I'm pretty sure opening day with the Rangers, Jacob deGrom had elbow tightness. and
Of
did
course,
not
of
perform.
course he did.
Right on schedule.
I was surprised Chris Sale's not out for the
Impressive.
season by now.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. The more you look at the Red Sox depth chart, the better I'm feeling about this team. But we'll see, man. I really don't fucking know.
There's nothing to be fired up about them until they get on the field.
Oh,
Like,
they
just looking at the
re-signed
roster.
Yu Chang, which is a huge deal.
Not a fucking
Second
clue
baseman.
who that is.
Yu Chang, beast.
Literally not a clue.
You, Shane.
Yeah, you know, Mookie Betts are like rough. Like, what the fuck? I saw a meme today. It was like guy waking up from a 2020 coma. He's like, I can't wait to watch Mookie Betts and all these guys playing their prawns.
Masataka Yoshida. Just wait.
I might go to opening day at Yankee Stadium and just boycott Aaron Hicks. I am so fucking sick of that, dude.
The coach.
There is somebody. No, that's later. I got to worry about. I got one step at a time. I have a left fielder who can't hit and has just been.
Let's get some
wasted.
Yankees talk here.
What's the coach's name again?
Aaron Boone.
Also
a loser.
Yeah. Who's this Oswald Peraza guy? Isn't he good?
Great player. Yes.
Great player.
Someone who should be replacing.
Is he a prospect or is he
He's a prospect. He came up last year though. He played a good
came up last year. I'm just looking at the starting.
Him and Oswaldo Peraza, and then Oswald something. It's crazy how they were both Oswaldo and
Oswaldo Cabrera is left field.
Yes,
he's back up to Aaron Hicks.
He needs to pass Aaron Hicks, which he should do.
Like,
but it should be opening day.
I like Harrison Bader too. I think he's a dog.
Good player. He was great in the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really all I have tonight. Yankees just looking like a better lineup here. I do love me some Reese McGuire behind the dish for the Red Sox. You got Casas, Arroyo, Devers, Enrique Hernandez, Yoshida, Duvall, Verdugo, Justin Turner. Like that's like an average lineup. Don't hate it, but expect more. I think it could be 88-90 win team.
That's a good lineup if you get like the best of all of them.
Yeah.
Like if like 2 or 3 of those guys have a slump year, then like you're fucked.
And I think the starting rotation looks as good as it has in the last 3 years, which isn't saying much because it was so bad. But I mean, Sale, which will get hurt. Kluber, was pretty good for Tampa last year. Nick Pivetta, despite the bad year last year, had a pretty good year for the team. Garrett Whitlock was their best pitcher last year. Well, let's see if he can start. Then James Paxton, if he can actually be healthy too. You never know. It's a big is it gonna work? Is it not? I don't know.
Having so much pressure on Kluber and Paxton's tough.
Yeah, it was the same thing.
They're probably gonna go down.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
They're both great pitchers. Like they could, the Yankees have had both of them recently, and they both got hurt.
And they didn't re-sign Walker. Walker wanted too much money. He's not with
he
the
signed
Padres,
today, I believe. Yeah,
with the Padres. Padres are whack. I just want to look at this lineup before we go. Oh my God!
We also got the food challenge review.
Oh, food challenge review.
It's not a challenge.
All right, let's
get like expensive chocolate.
All right, let's get into it.
All right.
Once you announce where they're from.
This is actually from China.
Oh, it's from China.
Actually, I don't even know where it's from. But my buddy that's Chinese.
What are you, LeBron?
Yeah. Well, first page. This is going to be a Nama chocolate, Royce high quality, matcha chocolate. Those 2 pieces for you guys.
Why is it green?
Why is it green?
That's from the matcha.
What's matcha?
Clank it and sink it. Clank it and sink it, boys.
All right, so if you're watching the YouTube here, we have some
matcha. So apparently this is chocolate.
Royce, get up near the camera.
All right, down the hatch.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty.
Let's ride.
Let's get some reaction.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
How you feeling? Still liked it.
That's fucking great.
Nazz didn't like it.
No, that was incredible.
Oh really?
No, that's
really
great.
good.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
really good.
Fucking melted in your mouth.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
that was like that.
I'm not letting
was
you guys
fucking...
have my milk chocolate one. That's the matcha one. That one's good.
Oh, okay. I was like,
That's
you
the
got it right
matcha.
now.
The flavoring you got. That's some
Great
matcha,
review.
Like leafy kind of please have as much as you.
That was delicious.
No, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. When that opened up and they were green,
I was out. Because it looks like a brick, and then you put it in your mouth, it just melts in your mouth.
No, delicious.
Yeah,
like
9.8
out of 10. Yeah.
Love that. I love that.
Did you get that from like UPS? Like, where'd you get that from?
No, it was delivered by Amazon. But
Insider trading.
That's like a $30 box of chocolate.
Wow.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Showtime over there.
Thank you.
Nothing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Folks, want to thank you for tuning in. Thanks for Hedgebaiter making this all possible. Big shout out to Seaport Social on is it Northern Ave and
I went the other day. You know who kills it over there is Christian. I met Christian. I like, man, like I hang out. And then, dude, I saw him over there, and I was like, dude, this kid is the fucking man.
Great kid.
Brad Marchand, quick goal. 3 minutes in.
everyone over there is fucking fun. Go down there.
They
get
had a
good time.
burger challenge. That
Saw
burger
the-
looked pretty
you know,
damn big.
Yeah, Christian's brother won it.
Oh, nice. Magic Mike filmed the whole thing.
Did he?
If you saw the Instagram story, he showed off his directing skills.
Love that.
He got it from his porn game, so I respect it. Real, recognize real.
From a dumpster, now he's at the Seaport, baby. Making
Uh,
videos left and right.
Also, big shout out to Sled Edge Fitness and Performance, located 101 French Avenue in Braintree, Mass. Get down there, Craig Kelly. Tell them Steele Nazz boys sent you. The law offices of Patrick J. Foley. Fundraiser Patrick is going to run the marathon for, I want to say, the 16th, 17th straight
It's up
time.
there, yeah.
It's up there. He's going to have a fundraiser April 1st at JJ Foley's.
You know, that's right.
We'll be there. I'll definitely stop by,
I'll be there.
pay my respects.
I'll be at a wedding in Naples, but Pat, good luck with all that. I've been there before. It's a good time. It's a bunch of people there, a bunch of drinks, bunch of music, a bunch of good times. And
I was thinking
laughs.
that too. I don't think I've ever been to JJ Foley's that early.
Yeah, but they open up the other side, so you know where the lunch part is too. So it's like basically the whole thing's everything's going
well,
down.
that's
Everyone's
good.
working. Yeah, it's a good time. So please check it out and donate to his link online.
Definitely. Well, that's episode 111 in the books. We'll see you here next time. That's all from Steele Nazz, right?
Yep.
Be safe out there, everyone. One love, and go the Orlando Guardians. Let's go, Andrew Jamil.
Let's go,
Have a
Andrew.
tape.